there's different countries where there's advantages to having a club. Red Bull does a really good job. They've got Leipzig and they've got Salzburg, and both of which are playing in Champions League. So they've figured out how to make that work. You have Man City, which has a very big network of clubs. Because I think the challenge that Chelsea has right now, or one of them, is that when you have 18, 19, 20-year-old superstars, you can loan them out to other clubs, but you put their development in someone else's hands, right? So I think that our goal is to make sure we can show pathways for our young superstars to get onto the Chelsea pitch while getting them real game time. And to me, the way to do that is through another club somewhere in a really competitive league in Europe. And because of Brexit, you also have to think about, okay, well, how am I going to get these boys, and of course we have the top women's club in the world too, but how are you going to get them into Europe, into England because of Brexit? So we need GBEs, which are basically points that you get for playing in different leagues, and the more points you get, the more caps you play, the more national teams that you have, it's easier to immigrate. So our job is to figure out how to put that platform together so that we can get our 18, 19, 20-year-olds, because we have one of the best academies in the world. So if you look at what our academy has developed, our academy is Mo Salah, Kevin De Bruyne, more recently Tammy Abraham, Reece James, Mason Mount, Trevor Chalobah. We have 10 or 11 players right now that are either on loan and controlled by us, or we have the right to buy them back, or they're playing for our team that came from our academy. So what we really need is a place to put our 18, 19, 20-year-olds to develop them somewhere in Portugal or Belgium or somewhere like that, get them the points they need, and also get them out of South America and into Portugal is a perfect place, for example, we think, and then to get them on the pitch in Chelsea. It obviously prohibits tanking, right? So I think that you have no, because of course the economics of going into the first league are materially different, right? I mean, I think the Premier League distributes its media money, and every club gets north of 200 million pounds or so from the media contract. And when you go into the next league down, the Championship League, that numbers fall off a cliff, right? So there's no one who's thinking about tanking. And those relegation games are some of the highest broadcast games. I mean, ultimately, I hope that the Premier League takes a little bit of a lesson from American sports and really starts to figure out, why wouldn't we do a tournament, with the bottom 4 teams? Why isn't there an all-star game? I mean, people are talking about more money for the pyramid. MLB did their all-star game in LA this year. We made $200 million from, a Monday and a Tuesday. So, I think you could do a North versus South, all-star game for Premier League and fund whatever the pyramid needed very easily.